Let me ask you a question. Have you ever been afraid of something? By that I mean, have you ever had a fear, maybe a little annoying or irrational fear, that's held you back from perhaps enjoying the moment with your family, your friends, or really living in the moment, or from pursuing that passion you know you want to, but there's a nagging fear that stops you from being able to? Fellow Toastmasters, today we'll talk about fear, which is that pesky little bully that just keeps us from being the best that we can be. Last week, I came back from Maui, Hawaii. Yes, that is as awesome as it sounds. One of the reasons I couldn't make it to Toastmasters last week. So I was in Maui with 5 friends. It was an amazing trip. We rented a car, we drove around the island of Maui, we drove through rainforests, we drove to the top of a dormant volcano at 10,000 feet. We went to waterfalls, did some hiking. And Maui's an island, surrounded by water. So my group wanted to do a lot of excursions and water activities. They wanted to do scuba diving, snorkeling, surfing. Sounds great, right? And they did. They all booked activities to do all these once-in-a-lifetime Hawaii activities, and I could not partake in them. You see, I have a fear of swimming. It's not like I don't know how to swim. I've taken a class. I just can't, for some reason, let go of my fear of being in the water and letting go and have the physics of water take my body and support me. I just can't do it. My friends were like, oh, you can wear a life jacket and come with us, it'll be fine. You're snorkeling, you don't even go that deep. Yeah, no. I watched all my friends put on their snorkeling gear, their scuba diving suits, get on the surfboard, ride those small waves. Well, I was like a hockey mom on the side, cheering them on, with my camera, taking pictures. I got a good shot right there, because my fear was telling me, you can't do that. So here I was, having my fear hold me back from being in the moment and taking part in these perhaps once-in-a-lifetime memories with my friends. Who knows when I'm going to go back to Hawaii with these exact friends and be in that exact moment? Perhaps never. I knew a guy called Chris once. He was afraid of flying. He was always afraid, maybe since he was a child. And he was just, would get on the plane, and as soon as it was about to take off, he'd get like all like nervous and shaky, and his fear was also perhaps irrational. He thought he didn't have trust in the mechanics of the plane. He thought the plane might not work and the pilot won't be able to do his job. He didn't trust the pilot's ability to fly the plane. As comical as that sounds. Over the years, he got better. He got a bit more comfortable with perhaps flying, but every time he still got on the plane, he went traveling with his girlfriend or fiance. As soon as the plane was taking off, he'd get, the fear would go to his heart and he would not feel so comfortable. That was until the day his fiance thought it would be good to get him a flying certificate for his birthday. And she did. She got him an introductory flight lesson. And Chris was thrilled, but terrified, but thrilled. See, he loved cars, planes, all those automotives. He loved it. So he was like, oh, this is such a great idea. I'm going to do it. So he went in there, and there was a little propeller plane and an instructor. And he got on the plane. And the instructor was there, and they told him how to work the plane, how to work the guides. And he was in the driver's seat, and the instructor was the second pilot, or the co-pilot, you could call it. And off into the air Chris went. That's when he realized that, all this time that I've been afraid of flying a plane, it's not because I'm afraid of being in the air. I'm afraid of losing control. I'm afraid of giving the control away to someone else. So now that he was flying that plane, he loved it. He was thrilled. He was ecstatic. And he was hooked. He came off the plane and he said, "This is so great." He went to find out how he could take more flying lessons. And a year or so after that, he got his flying certificate. That guy who was terrified of being in a plane, maybe years and years ago. You see, fear is a bully. Fear acts like a bully. Think about a bully. The more power you give it, the bigger it gets, right? The more you tell it, "Oh, I'm so scared of you," the bigger it gets, the more threatening it gets. Fear is the same. The more power you give to your fear, "I'm so afraid of you, I'm so afraid of you," like I was in Hawaii, the more it holds you back. There is a great poem by author Marianne Williamson. I'm not sure if you're familiar with her, but I really like it. It's called "Our Deepest Fear is Not That We're Inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us." As we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others. Thank you.
Thank you.
I don't know.
Nope, I do.